Welcome to Mark After Dark, the after-work escape brought to you by Easy Vibes. This is your space to slow down, sip something smooth, and dive into the elegant bohemian side of music. From vinyl grooves to late-night jams, we explore the sounds that wind us down and lift us up, all after the hustle. So kick off your shoes, pour yourself a glass, and let the night begin. Hey there, welcome back to Mark After Dark, where music isn't just sound, it's memory, mood, and meaning. I'm Mark, and tonight, we're slowing it all the way down. We're stepping into the world of easy listening, the soft, focused sound that once filled hotel lobbies, car radios, living rooms, and late-night TV. Some called it background music, some dismissed it. But behind the lush strings, mellow melodies, and velvet vocals is a genre with real depth and an entire cultural moment behind it. From the rise of hi-fi living in the 1950s to the smooth sophistication of the 70s, tonight we'll explore the golden age of easy listening, its artists, atmosphere, and quiet impact. So, pour yourself something warm, dim the lights, and let's float through easy listening, the sound of soft escape. Easy listening didn't emerge overnight. It was a slow evolution, a musical winding down after the bombast of the big band era and the grit of early jazz and swing. As the 1940s gave way to the 50s, audiences were looking for something calmer, more refined. Something that matched the post-war optimism, the rise of the middle class, the growing popularity of hi-fi systems in living rooms across America. And that's when easy listening came into focus. This wasn't music meant for dancing, it was music for unwinding, gentle orchestral arrangements, soft vocals, mellow tempos. It was designed to soothe, not stir. Think Percy Faith, Mantovani, and Ray Conniff, names that ruled the airwaves and record stores in the 50s and early 60s. You had instrumental covers of pop hits, romantic ballads, and a signature lush sound that felt like silk. It was mood music. It didn't ask for your attention, but it held you anyway. And in the background of it all was technology. The rise of stereophonic sound and home hi-fi systems made music more immersive. Labels marketed records not just as music, but as lifestyle. Music to relax to. Music to entertain guests. Music for modern living. Easy listening became the soundtrack of comfort, the music of choice for Sunday mornings, office lobbies, and smooth suburban evenings. It wasn't edgy. That was the point. As we take our first break, here's something to ease you in gently. This is Tropical Wind, a soothing piano piece that feels like a warm breeze along the coast. Let it relax your mind and set the tone. I'll be back with you shortly. By the 1950s and into the 60s, easy listening had found its voices. Literally, while orchestral arrangements still dominated, a new wave of crooners and vocalists emerged. Singers with smooth delivery, impeccable phrasing, and timeless charm. Frank Sinatra, though rooted in jazz, was essential to the easy listening vibe, especially his later Capitol and Reprise years. His voice was intimate, like he was singing just for you. Then there was Nat King Cole, velvet personified. His voice could melt a room. Songs like Unforgettable and Mona Lisa weren't just hits, they became part of American culture. Perry Como, Andy Williams, Johnny Mathis, Dean Martin, they brought class and calm to pop music. Their delivery wasn't dramatic, it was warm, effortless. The instrumentation followed suit: strings, soft horns, brushed drums, harp flourishes. It was cinematic without being overwhelming. It sounded like elegance, like control. This was also the age of TV variety shows, which gave easy listening a home. These artists weren't just on radio, they were in your living room, smiling, well-dressed, surrounded by soft lighting and live orchestras. And while rock and roll exploded in youth culture, easy listening quietly became the sound of the adult world. It wasn't rebellious. It was refined. It didn't challenge. It comforted. But don't confuse it with blandness. There was real craft here, real musicianship, real emotion, just delivered with a lighter touch. As we take a short break, here's a little something to slow things down. This is Slow Dance in the Moonlight, an easy listening jazz piece that feels like an inspirational night under the stars. Let it wrap around you, and I'll be back with you soon.
The city's sleeping, but we're still wide awake, sipping on memories that we quietly made. Your hand in mine, the moment feels just right. We're dancing slow in the soft silver light. So let's sway, let the world fade away. Just you and me and the night on display. No need to rush, let's take it real slow. Where this will go, we already know. The band plays a tune that we've heard before, but with you in my arms I feel so much more. The stars are humming a sweet melody, like they wrote it just for you and me. So let's sway, let the world fade away. Just you and me and the night on display. No need to rush, let's take it real slow. Where this will go, we already know. Maybe it's magic, maybe it's fate, but this kind of love won't hesitate. With every step and every sigh, you're my forever to try. Why don't away while the moon's shining bright? Wrapped in your arms, I feel so light. This dance could last all through the night. Just you and me in the moonlight. So let's sway, let the world fade away. Just you and me and the night on display. No need to rush, let's take it real slow. Where this will go, we already know. Maybe it's magic, maybe it's fate, but this kind of love won't hesitate. With every step and every sigh, you're my forever, no need to try. Find us a way while the moon's shining bright. Wrapped in your arms, I feel so light. This dance could last all through the night. Just you and me in the moonlight.
As the 60s gave way to the 70s, easy listening began to evolve in fascinating directions. It adapted to new tastes, borrowed from global influences, and entered a golden era of lounge and instrumental sophistication. You had artists like Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, who brought a playful, Latin-tinged energy to the genre. Then came Burt Bacharach, crafting songs that were impossibly smooth and yet full of complex arrangements, subtle genius wrapped in 3-minute melodies. But easy listening wasn't just happening in North America or Europe. It was becoming a global language of mood and melody. In France, you had Richard Clayderman, a pianist who took classical influence and blended it with romantic pop. His signature sound, a soft, delicate piano tone that turned instrumental ballads into global hits. Songs like Ballade pour Adeline became staples in households around the world, soothing, sentimental, and perfectly on brand for easy listening's quiet charm. Then, in Latin America, there was Raúl de Blasio, the Argentine-born pianist who combined classical technique with Latin emotion. His music wasn't just soft, it was expressive, cinematic. You could hear entire stories in his compositions. De Blasio brought a passionate elegance to the genre, proving that easy listening could be both technically brilliant and emotionally powerful. At the same time, the world of exotica and space-age pop was still floating in the background. Artists like Esquivel and Leigh Baxter creating sonic escapism with swirling strings, playful percussion, and unexpected textures. Easy listening became the mood of airports, hotel lobbies, cocktail lounges, but also of personal moments. Sunday mornings, dinner with someone you love, an evening to yourself. And yes, some critics brushed it off as background music. But those who really listened knew. Behind the softness was craft. Behind the smoothness, emotion. And behind it all, a desire to make life just a little more beautiful. one note at a time. As we head into our last break, here's a song to take you somewhere warm and peaceful. This is Feeling the Sand, an easy listening acoustic tune that feels like the final moments of a perfect day by the shore. Let it soothe your spirit, and I'll see you one last time after the break. Easy listening may have faded from the top of the charts, but its DNA is still very much alive. Today, you see its influence in chill-out music, lo-fi beats, cinematic pop, and even modern jazz pop crossovers. Playlists called Sunday Mornings, Soft Focus, or Dinner with Friends are essentially easy listening for the streaming generation. The idea is the same: music that sets a mood, supports your space, and soothes your mind. Artists like Norah Jones, Michael Bublé, Diana Krall, and John Mayer have all drawn from that easy listening well, blending soft jazz, crooner traditions, and pop accessibility. Even the resurgence of vinyl has brought attention back to some of the classic records once found in thrift store bins, now reappreciated for their arrangement, production, and analog warmth. And then there's the lo-fi movement, instrumental, mellow, nostalgic. It's the new background music for studying, relaxing, sleeping. A new generation is discovering that easy doesn't mean empty. It means intentional, designed, calm on purpose. Easy listening has come full circle, from lounge records to Spotify ambiance, from radio nostalgia to YouTube aesthetic. It's not about trend, it's about tone. In a world that's loud, fast, and constantly scrolling, maybe what we need now is music that gives us permission to slow down. And that's our soft landing for tonight. Easy listening, once dismissed as elevator music, was actually the sound of elegance, comfort, and craft, a gentle rebellion against noise, a reminder that softness has strength. Thanks for joining me on Mark After Dark. If this episode took you somewhere, back in time, or just into a better headspace, subscribe, share it, and drop a comment. Until next time, I'm Mark. Stay mellow, stay thoughtful, and drift easy after dark.